Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to our Satisfactory Let's Play adventure, the series that comes and goes and is very unreliable. It's here sometimes it's not here, and then sometimes it's back with a vengeance, and there's like 7 videos in a row. It's madness. It's absolute madness. But this time, we are back, and I have got some plans, my friends. Let me tell y'all about it. We are going to go on an epic quest today to build a road. A road unlike any I have ever built before that is going to stretch all the way from this base all the way to, some of you may remember, where we found the material that we need to collect. Was it sulfur? I think it was sulfur. I haven't had anyone tell me not to go build a road to the sulfur after discussing it in a previous episode, though I have already forgotten where it is, and I forgot what button the map is on. It's not on C. That's not it. Is it on? No, that's not it. I don't even know what this is. There it is. It's on Z. And the materials we found were like... Were they down here? Was that where they were? I don't remember them being over there. I thought that they were on the other side of like a big ravine or something. Where did I find a big ravine? What is this? That must be iron. Is this where my coal is? Down here? I'm so turned around. I do not understand anything. But I think over here is where it's at. So I think we'll actually start over there. We're going to take an epic quest back over to there. Where we found the sulfur, and then I'm going to start building the road. Now that means that I need to clear out my inventory of anything that's not road related, and the fastest way to do that is just throw it all in one of these, and I'll sort it all out later. There's a lot of coal in that one. What do we got in here? This'll do just fine. So store all. Oh my gosh, I can't store it all. There's too much. Let me do a little bit of work here. Alright, I've got it sorted out a little bit better. I'm still not sure what goes in the body slot, although someone did tell me in the comments of a previous video that you can't actually get, and this was infuriating, you can't get body armor, which is upsetting. Alright, we're still studying alien organs. I think we were doing that last time we played like 12 years ago, or however long ago that was. Where's my material for road building? There it is. Let's take a bit of this. We don't need to take all that much. Maybe just a couple of roads? What else goes into building, or a couple of rows, I should say. I've got roads on the brain. What else goes into a road? I am talking, of course, about foundations. It is just the concrete. That's crazy. That's insane. Let's get some fuel for our automobile, because we're going to need that. In fact, let's take it all, and we'll see if we can't store some of this on our vehicle, because I'm going to drive over there. We went on foot last time, and it was a great big disaster. Where's the storage on this thing? Is it around back here? Yeah, it is. Alright, you need to be able to... Look at this. Look at this. I can't even. Why is it not going? Why can I not shift-click this stuff? Why isn't this working? Do I have to manually move it over? This is going to be unbearable if this is the case. I think I am, though. Yeah, it's just not taking the shift-click. What if I shift-click the other direction? Oh, it'll go the other direction. Okay. Alright, now I gotta figure out how to get back there. And if I remember correctly, we went in a thatwardly direction. I mean, I guess we could just scan for it again. What button is that? No, no, no. Don't do that for Pete's sake. Get out of here. We want to scan for sulfur. Pretty sure it's straight that way. Or was it back that way? Oh, no. Well, we're going to find out here in a second. We just got to be patient. That direction. Straight ahead. So that's the direction we're going to be building our road in, because that's the one I decided to go to. It seemed like it would be easier to make a road going in this direction. I remember I went around some roundabout route last time and ended up in a different... Wait a minute, am I thinking of the quartz? I think I'm thinking of the quartz. We went on an adventure to find quartz, too. It all runs together for me. Wait, what? There was a second result there. Did you see that? Like, it came back through with a second batch. Way the heck out there. Let's just drive this way and we'll see what we find. I don't know why, but I don't think that the first search worked, or I think that I actually chose the wrong thing. Because I decided to search for a second time, and I got this much closer result over here, which is what I think we're actually looking for. Excuse me, guys. Oh my good gosh. This thing is too fast for its own good. Oh no. Well, this is not for my own good. This is... Oh! Oh! Okay. Must have activated some sort of a booster rocket there or something. Hey, is that the first time we've ever seen those two alien types interact with one another? Oh, here we go. Oh, hold on. This is nature. What happened? Did they kill each other, or are they coming after me? Did they team up? I sort of was hoping these would be enemies, and they wouldn't get along. But that doesn't appear to be the case. It looks like they're both pretty chill right now. What about when I run this one over? How does that one respond? This is how you do experiments in the wild. You do things and you record the results. So if I run that one over a couple of times, he just snaps right back up, and the other one doesn't seem to care. So I don't know if they are mates. If they are, they got a funny way of showing it. We're continuing on to the land of the purple, which is, of course, where we're supposed to be. This is familiar. I remember that lake. I remember getting something out of that lake. I think it's right over this edge. I gotta figure out. I think we have to go around, but I'm pretty sure it's right over here. Weren't there, like, baddies hanging out and waiting for us to come around this corner last time? Yeah, this is definitely the route we took. Well, this raises the question, of course, how do we want to build our road? Because right around this corner is what we're looking for. Yeah, it's right up there. You can kind of just barely see the yellow rocks. Am I stuck here now? Have I made an oopsie? No, we're good. So we got some options. We can either go straight out that direction and kind of build it up in the air, or we can go sort of back this way, and then down, and then... Oh my good gosh, this is a struggle. Is that a bird? What is that horrible mutant Oh, it's one of the bird rats, right. See, we could build it down this way, sort of into this valley, which is how I got here last time. But if I remember correctly, there's monsters down there too. So there's just monsters everywhere. Oh good, we can see the spire. So no matter what, we can always see where it is we're working. I guess I could build it, again, just floating in the air this direction, and then straight out that way. I sort of want to scar as little of the natural landscape as possible in the process of building this great road, and it is going to be a great road, by the way. I don't want anyone questioning it, okay? We here in America, we used to build great roads. We did. We built them from sea to shining sea, from Canada to Mexico. We had some of the greatest roads the world's ever seen. We don't do that anymore, though, do we? We don't build roads like that. Why don't we build roads like that? Who else is building roads like that today? Yes, China. China is building the roads that America will not. They say that we can't build them anymore. They say that we can't build roads like we used to. Do you know that? You know, that's what China's saying? Yeah, I know that's not true. We can still build great roads, and we're going to. We're going to start right here. We're going to start right here building great roads again. We're going to get people from all around this great nation of ours. We're going to get them from North Dakota. We're going to get them from South Dakota. We're going to get them from all across this. We're going to get them from Texas, and we're going to build roads. We're going to build the greatest roads the world's ever seen. I'll tell you what, China's going to pay for it. They are. No, I'm serious. China's going to pay for these roads. They owe it to us. They've been beating us so badly in trade. They owe us these new roads. China's going to pay for them. You watch. No, but seriously, this is going swimmingly. This was sort of the plan. Just build a big platform. Now, the one issue I see here is this tree, but it has no collision, so I think we can just drive over it and it'll be fine. These trees up ahead, not too sure about them, but I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. I mean, so far so good. Let's see what happens when we bump into this tree. Oh, this tree is solid. Might have to be a double wide road. I'm not sure. We'll see. We're just going to keep going. There's always, of course, the ability to break this stuff if we need to, and maybe build it up even higher. Actually, why don't we just go ahead and do that right now? All right. Look at that. So we now have the great ramp, the great exit ramp off of our great road, which goes right down to here. Yes, it does still cut through some trees, but these limbs do not have collision mechanics. We can pass right through them. Now, if an update's added that adds collision mechanics, we might be in a pickle. But as of right now, we should be fine. Only issue here I see is that we can't rotate these to be the direction we need them to be to go straight that way, which is a problem. I wanted to minimize... Oh, no. I should have paid more attention to this when I started building it to make sure that I'd be able to do like a straight right angle in that direction. I didn't. That's on me. I can admit it. Oh, look at that guy. Look at these guys frolicking around over here, having a good time. I guess what we could do is we could take this road down onto that platform and then have it go around and then back out. That's a possibility. Well, let's just go that way, and we'll kind of see where the road takes us, as they say. Oh, look at that. Is that a deposit? That does look like a deposit. Hold on, let me scan it. Looks like it might be coal. Let's find out. I mean, I'm not going to collect it. It is coal. Definitely not going to collect it. What I was saying, though, is we could land here, and then I could reconfigure the road to shoot sort of between there. We'll have to fight all the creatures that are here, but there's only a few of them. I think we can do it. Oh, no, is that a big one, or is that my imagination? He looks big. Oh, he might be the same size as the other two. Well, they might all be big. There's 4 of them now. Good gosh, always 4 there are. No more there, no less. A master and 3 apprentices. Come here, you. How many apprentices did Qui-Gon Jinn have, canonically? Obi-Wan? What about Yoda? He trained, like, all of those students. Yeah, we're going Jedi. Jedi seem to have more apprentices than Sith. Because with the Sith, always 2 there are. But with Jedi, like, geez, Yoda had that classroom full of, like, younglings that he was teaching. And Obi-Wan seemed to treat it like he trained him directly, you know? Because he tells him in Episode 4, you know, was I any different when you trained me? Like, does that count? I don't know. I'm not... Star Wars. Do you think I understand Star Wars? What do I look like to you? Some kind of nerd? Okay, I kind of do understand it, but I'm not going to admit that. So we want to have that platform there. And then we want to come down... There we go. All the way to the ground. So probably put this platform here, like this. It's a bit funky looking, but there we go. Looks solid enough to me. So you come down here, and then you hang a right, and you drive over here a bit. The coal is in the way. That's a problem. But for the most part, looks like I can make a straight shot out to there now. Right back to... Oh, this is going to be great. Okay, we're going to have to build a new platform. Like right here. And we need to get a ramp leading up to it. There we go. I am not going in the right angle. This is not right. Oh, I'm so glad that it was materialized. I realized right as I was stepping onto it, it wasn't finished, and I just had the briefest panic attack as I was like, oh, am I about to fall to my death? To my untimely demise? So this does present a few issues, because it means we have to exit the Great Highway, and then, you know, if we're in an automobile, we gotta make this turn over to here. There we go. I've mitigated as much of it as possible. So now you exit off of here, and then it's right there. And then you go up, and then you do... I mean, I wish you could put these things at more angles. Maybe at some point we will unlock the ability to make something other than a perfectly square platform. I mean, I haven't even checked. We might be able to do that already. When was the last time we checked in here? Definitely not yet. At some point, though. I mean, you think under vehicles there'd be an option for roads. How am I doing, by the way, on materials? We're doing okay. I mean, we're doing fine. I guess we keep going now. With, do we need to go up any higher? I don't think so. I think this is probably fine. Onward. Now, isn't this a sight? You don't get to see the world from up here very often. And it looks very, very low rendered. I like the game. It does a good job of running smoothly by sort of unloading, or not unloading, but not fully loading all of the assets for distant objects. So this is good. This looks pretty great. And it gives me a much better idea of how my base is set up. And again, I've said this a 1,000 times, but the fact that that processing unit is at sort of an L shape from my base continues to blow my mind, and I cannot comprehend it. Because in my mind, my base is there, and all of that is out there. But that's just not the way it's laid out. And then, I mean, I knew that straight off from there is where the coal was. But I always picture the coal as being over there. Right? It's not. It's in the straight opposite direction of where all the processing facility is. And I sort of know it's that direction when I'm on the ground, but, you know, everything is mismatched in my head. And I visualize it much differently. Like in my head, that coal bends around and goes that way, but it doesn't. It makes a zigzaggy, for the most part, true, but also mostly a straight shot, which is wild. Absolutely wild to me. Okay, well, I gotta get back down over there now, and then somehow build up to here. So, is there fall damage? There is. We've experimented with that before. Let's not throw ourselves off the world. Let's go back, and I was thinking about this. Look how cool this is with the road running. It's not going straight through the arch, but I do plan on expanding it, making it 2 or 3 wide, so I can expand that way until we figure out what the middle is. And then we'll just have this great big... I wonder if there's anything on top of the arch. I hadn't even thought about that. There probably is. There's probably some goodies hitting up there. You know what it probably is? There's probably some wisps, or whips, or whatever they're called, that aren't useful right now, but they will be someday. Someday! You know, they might not have a lot of use now, but we're going to go up there and we're going to get them. And we're going to get them for America, because that's what Americans do. What are those? Oh, those are those plants that attack you if you touch them, aren't they? We can get a really good look at the world around us up here, an unprecedentedly good look at the world around us from up here. I think this might be how I do exploration moving forward. Just build platforms in the sky and look down. I mean, it's difficult to get down from up here. You know, once you're up here, I can't necessarily build a platform down to the ground. But what I was thinking of doing is deleting that old road there, and then just kind of continuing on with this one that direction. So it sort of meets up a little bit better, and it doesn't have that awkward, what have we here? Looks like a crash landing of some kind. Have I researched that in the past? Possibly. I've seen those before, including in the Lost episode that is no longer canon, episode 10, I think it was. We might go down there and check again, because I don't remember checking those remains. But then again, once I'm off of here, I'll forget where they are, because the world makes no sense to me. Everything is laid out the wrong way, according to my brain. Ugh! There we go. And no collision on this tree so far. Looks like we can pass right through here, which means that I think we can comfortably, safely dismantle this portion and start a new connection at the ground, because I can reach it. You know what I just realized? Is this tool seems to go infinitely high, so we might be able to build a platform up to where we are over at the base, like up to the sky from the ground, and it might be a bit hard to get a feel for what it's going to look like while we're doing that, but whatever. What matters is that it all works. So here we go. And then we'll get 2 right there. Good. That even brings it a little bit further away from the deposit, which is something that I wanted to do. Now, I've got a real great big question, which is what happens when you get inside of this thing and you drive it off the edge? Oh, I didn't mean to fall off there. Oh, I was going to try to make it to the end. We're fine. Okay, well, that's not nearly as epic as I wanted it to be, because I wanted to drive off the very end and, like, into the base. As it is now, I've just managed to get us stuck upside down. Can we flip this thing? Oh, good. It seems to... Oh, there we go. We'll try it again later. Alright, whoa! Now that was cool. Time to put my theory to the test. Can I build off the side of this thing? Yep, I can. Good. How and where, though? Where do we want this thing to come down at? It's sort of close to the space elevator. I don't think that's going to be an issue. But, okay, how are we going to do this? Do we want it to make a gradual decline to come out, like, maybe right here? This seems like as good a place as any. But how far back do we need to make it to make that happen? I have no idea. Let's start removing some of these. I mean, it's all trial and error, isn't it? I'm just going to have to try. And if it doesn't work, try again. That's how trial and error works, in case any of you were confused, in case there's toddlers watching. Now you know. I don't know. People watch this with their children. If you're a parent or an older sibling, what's the youngest sibling that or child that watches this with you? Or I don't know, whatever dynamic. I've had grandparents tell me they watch this with their grandkids, which is also cool, but frightening. What a responsibility. Because I have to make sure that I'm entertaining for children and not offensive to grands, but also entertaining to grands. Oh, please don't hit my platform! I don't think I built it that high. Amazing. Amazing. Hey, if you're a developer for this game and you're listening, I would like the ability to, sort of like you do in Minecraft, flip these upside down. So instead of these awkward steps along the bottom, it could be smooth as it is on the top. So, you know, you could run them along like this, but they would be inverted. If you know what I mean. That would be a really solid and great inclusion, I think. So, I think I went too far back, but it's good. Now I just need to widen it. Oh, hi! Hi there, you! Oh, Well, that was majestic. Oh, I should have attacked while I had an opportunity. I was checking the width, and it looks like it's like 2 over here, and then I'm trying to decide like how wide we can go without it being out of center, and it looks like we can go 1 more in both directions and it would still look centered, or no more in either direction. What I'm trying to say is by making it too wide, not TOO, but TWO, by making it double width, it looks like it's sort of perfectly centered. So the only other option would be to make it quadruple width, or not mess with it at all, if we want to make it look like it's going straight through the middle of this thing. Alright, I've done it. I've got the double wide road, which may end up being quadruple wide by the time it's all done with, because I want to be able to drive down the middle, but then I realized I also need to have room to one side for possibly a conveyor belt, depending on how I want to transport this stuff down here. The final thing I'm going to do up here, though, is on these kernels, I'm going to add walls, and the reason is, when you're coming up to these edges and you got to make your turns, I want to be able to make my turn without flying off the end, right? Maybe we should add it with windows, though. It might be cool to have windows in these. We have a ton of wall options now, so we could add it with like a triple wall. Nah, these are for conveyor belts, I realize that, but, oh, look at that one. It's got a gate. I guess we could probably drive through a gate, though. Snap to foundation and other walls allows human beings to pass through. Walls. Would that prevent an automobile from driving through, though? Let's go with this one. It's for conveyor belts, but they kind of look like windows, and that way I can still see, like, past and through them when we're taking these hard turns. Again, it'd be nice to have a wall that kind of slopes right at an angle, so instead of just having this abrupt edge here, we could have something that kind of curves down. These things might be in the game. If you're a game developer watching this, you're thinking to yourself, Reese, you dumb idiot. Don't you know that's in the game? Clearly I don't. Clearly I do not, or I would not be requesting it. Maybe I'll unlock it later, maybe you can add it later. It seems unlikely the developers are watching this, but if you are, I would really like my tractor out from underneath the unfinished lake over there. That would be a solid change you could make. I'd appreciate that. Alright, time for the road test. This is where we find out whether or not this was a horrible idea. If I can stay in the middle and not drive off, we're good. I'm trying to figure out how we would get, like, a tractor or maybe some sort of hauler. What are my vehicle options? I don't even know anymore. Stop right there for a second. Please don't roll backwards. I don't know if that's a thing that can happen. Truck station, tractor. They both have the same amount of inventory. It's pretty sweet, you know? Yeah. I mean, I guess we could probably use this one because it's faster, but I don't know if we can use it to haul material like we can a tractor. But either way, can I keep one consistently on a path on this bridge? And if I do need to widen it. It needs to be a quad-lane bridge in order to, you know, so I can also travel along it. But my concern is that what if one of my wheels gets out of alignment? Let me look at my wheels right now. They're glitching all over the place. If one gets out of alignment, this thing's just going to drive right off the edge. Speaking of driving right off the edge, I'm about to do that right over there because I want to go look at something. It's a good thing I made this too wide, though. TWO. Not TOO. Not TOO. TWO. Too double width. Because otherwise I might have issues. Okay, so can I make this turn? Yeah, sort of. I mean, we did technically make it. I'm glad I got those walls up there, though, so that, you know, if I come out of the leaves there and I'm not paying attention, I might need to make them a bit wider, even. Have to go a couple down. What I was thinking was, if I was going to automate this with a vehicle, maybe I should have the walls go all the way, you know? We've got the material for it, why not? This is sort of what I want to do with this game. I know it's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make crazy automated factories, but dadgummit, I'm just here having fun doing my own thing, making roads. You know what this is for me? You know what this is? This is like a first-person city skylines, essentially. And I'm going to love every minute of it. I'm going to work out how the roads work. I'm going to figure out sort of the best routes that we can make to keep traffic down, because that's what City Skylines really is. It's a traffic simulator. I've said that a lot of times. I've played that game a ton on stream and in different series. It is basically a traffic manager at the end of the day. No matter what you're doing, it always comes down to, is your traffic flowing? All right, let's figure out what's going on over here. We might have been over here before. I don't think so, though. What is this? This is just some sort of a booster rocket that's kind of come off. Someone had a bad landing. That's what I'm picking up from this. We definitely were not the first one. Oh, okay. We need something over here. What do you need? You need some screws? That's it? I can get screws. I mean, I can probably make some right now if I find some iron rods. All I'm finding right now, though, is wire. Like, why are you bringing this with you on your trip? That's the real question. Is this the human pod? No, definitely not. Where are the people who died in these wrecks? Like, I never find a body, and I never find any survivors. Oh, this is the one that needs the nails. Right, I've been through that before. Okay, well, I don't see any metal rods around the ground here. Circuit boards. That's nifty. We don't have any iron. We're going to have to travel back to base to get some iron rods. I don't know if the game's been updated since the last time I played it, but I have noticed that playing at 4K... Are you kidding me right now? Playing at 4K, the frame rate does appear to be a bit smoother than it was before. Am I out of fuel? Oh, I'm out of fuel. Of course! I think that's why shift-clicking wasn't working before, by the way. It was trying to shift-click into the fuel instead of into the compartments back there, into the storage. I figured that out. But yeah, it looks like in some instances it's a little bit less jittery. Okay. In certain moments, the frame rate definitely dips, but it seems to be holding a little bit more smoothly for the most part, which I appreciate. As a person who makes 4K content and cannot afford to get a 2080 Ti because I just spent money on my editing computer, in many good and bad ways, it's a complicated situation. Hey, do you want to help support the channel and the content that I produce? Become a supporter on patreon.com/howdy, folks. And I'll spend your money on graphics cards. Now, I do try to invest it back into things that will improve the channel, so recently I've been spending Patreon money. Previously we did a VR kit, which we're about to start doing some No Man's Sky VR with that, and that's going to be fun. Before that, it was an upgrade to do 4K. That was the last thing we did before PSVR, so that we could edit and record it. And now the last update we've done with Patreon funds has been... And not just Patreon, YouTube as well, and Twitch and all that. It's been kind of overhauling the editing computer so that I can edit a little bit more efficiently, a little bit more quickly, and get some of these crazy projects I have in mind done. I brought nails. I brought the nails. Oh, good. It just took them right out of my inventory. Taken them. Is it going to keep all of them? It doesn't look like it. Oh my gosh, a hard drive with fix-it data. Analyze it in the MAM to salvage its contents. Hot diggity dog. Well, the previous thing we were researching in the MAM ought to be finished. So we can go plug this in. I'm just going to drive straight through here. I was driving around it before to save time, but, you know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a wormhole. So let's just cut straight through the middle here. Alright, what have we learned from the previous... Here we go. Thank you. What did we learn? I'm waiting for the computer to tell me. Computer? Computer has nothing to say. Interesting. Oh, what is this? Nobelisk? Oh, we've looked at that before. I mean, I don't know what it is, but we've looked at it before. We want to research this hard drive, please. Boom. We'll find out what that is in 10 minutes. And until next time, we are going to go ahead and end it, because that took a while to build. I need to get this episode edited and uploaded. Next time, though, we're going to be setting up over at the Sulfur facility, and maybe trying to hunt that thing up there, and finding out what's on that hard drive, of course. So until then, thank you folks for watching. God bless each and every one of you. Big shout out and thank you to my patron supporters, by the way, for your support in all of my endeavors. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye!